Well, some information that may interest you as we wrap up on this. There are currently 102 Ghanaian nationals. That represents 56% of the total resources who are involved in the operation and maintenance of the FPSO John Agyekum Kufuor. Away from that, stakeholders in the financial industry have renewed calls for the Bank of Ghana to tighten regulation of mobile cash services. This, according to them, has become crucial, especially now that financial technology companies, also known as fintechs, including telcos, are allowed by law to also operate the services alongside banks. There's more in this report.
The advocates argue that this has become necessary because many of fintechs are taking undue advantage of the mobile cash service to play into the banking space. The managing director of UBA, Abiola Bawuah, is one of such. She explained this position to Joy Business after the Chartered Institute of Marketing Ghana CIMG lecture series on the topic "Who is threatening the lions of the banking jungle?"
All I was trying to present is that today, apart from the core banking function, the fintechs and the telcos have come into that all the various products that we provide, i.e. payment, account opening. I'm even told that now they are into loans. If that is true, all I'm saying is that maybe this is a time for our regulator, i.e. the Bank of Ghana, to also look at regulating them and making sure that the requirements is even for both the bank and themselves. It shouldn't be that if you are going to a bank, you need to fill 30 account opening form. But if you go to a fintech, you will have one. The risk is the same. So I'm just saying that Bank of Ghana should try and look at the requirements for these both, or perhaps for it to be a collaboration. Most of the innovations that fintech is coming with should be done hand in hand with banks. It shouldn't be possible for a fintech to just roll out a banking product. They should do it in collaboration with banks. That's how it is in other countries. So we should begin to look at that. We don't need to amend the acts. All we are saying is that the playing ground should be leveled. So if a bank is required to get certain information before account is opened, the same requirement should also be made to a fintech, so that somebody will not say, I'm not going into banking because you guys are asking me to fill this number of accounts. I would rather go to fintech. If fintech has decided to go into banking, then the playing ground should be either watered down for the banks or also stricter for the fintech groups.
The Vice President of the CIMG, Daniel Kesati, also says the central bank must embrace technology in tightening regulations.
Yes, regulation is good because we are dealing with people's monies here. And so the way banks are regulated, yes, fintech companies should be regulated, telcos should be regulated. But the degree of regulation is what we may have to look at. We cannot do regulation the way we did it 20 years ago, 10 years ago. Things are changing very fast. Maybe the regulators would rather have to be forward-looking and see how they can also embrace technology so that they are able to facilitate the role that banks, fintech companies, and the telcos are playing.
Data from the Bank of Ghana indicates that volume and value of mobile cash transactions have increasingly recorded significant rise since its inception.